That's why you are a cultivator. You have to have what we call this virtue of patient endurance. Patient endurance must be done with wisdom. Otherwise, you cannot pass. So when the test comes as a cultivator, you really must have the wisdom. And this patience is patient, having wisdom behind to enable you to endure whatever that you need to endure. But that is the reality. And not able to understand all this will break your cultivation. You will fail the test. But most people do not have the understanding because they are affected by mundane condition, mundane situation. So when we are involved with the mundane mind, we do not have the awareness nature within, then we can get ourselves entangled. Patience is about having understanding behind. That's why I like the word patient, endurance. You endure with wisdom. That's why you can be patient. It doesn't mean that everything you must don't react, don't get angry. That one is not cultivation. That one is suppression. When you suppress your emotion, trying not to be angry, trying not to erupt, or they call it fly off the handle. Australia got this term when you are angry, fly off the handle or what, something like that. So all this is a result of circumstances and human relationship. When you have situation or circumstances that can condition emotion or anger, then people who lack wisdom will be affected. That's why you will stir, you will become unhappy. Then through the unhappiness, you may become emotional. So sometimes when you are emotional, you get angry. You really get angry, or you become very violent. You voice out, you speak harshly. Then that angry emotion make you violent and cause a lot of disharmony, misunderstanding, conflict. That's how karma come to be. And this is the evil root of all evil. The evil roots of hatred, anger. So when it comes to cultivation, this virtue of patience is to be developed with wisdom. That's why we call it patient endurance. We endure with patience based on wisdom, not to suppress, not to resist. Sometimes we get ourselves entangled with cultivation through knowledge. This Dhamma knowledge. They will tell you, patience is to counter anger. Anger is the evil root. You must not get angry. Then if you are a cultivator, if ever you still have anger, it means you have not cultivated correctly, or you have not become like what they believe, an enlightened being. Because if you are enlightened, the three evil roots are no more. So how can you get angry? And people become conditioned by that knowledge, by that thought process. So they try to behave like a cultivator. They try to behave like an enlightened being, not wanting to get angry. So if you do that, what happens? Actually, inside, you are already not happy. You cannot accept, you cannot come to terms with the real. But because you think you cannot get angry. Yes, you are cultivator. And you believe you already have the understanding or the enlightenment. So you suppress your anger. You don't want to get angry. So suppressing your anger is not patient. That's why the Cantonese word for patient is very good. Yan. Yan. Yan means, actually the Cantonese word yan is a very good word. It has a negative connotation. Means no matter what happened, yan means develop that patience. Don't react. Don't do anything. But without wisdom, sooner or later that one will burst. It's like you bottle up until the pressure becomes so strong, it will burst. It will burst. So patience need wisdom to root out, to overcome. And when you have wisdom, then you will know there are times to endure. There are times to be patient. It's not appropriate for you to talk. Better don't talk. That's why silence sometimes is useful. Silence is golden. Not to be stirred by situation or what people say or situation. So all this is part and parcel of cultivation, training. And I realize one thing that you need to understand to develop patience is to have the wisdom. The first understanding is don't try to be right. If you try to be right, you will get into big trouble because you don't understand. In truth, right and wrong is a conventional reality, not an ultimate reality. You know what is conventional reality? It's a conventional truth. It's not a reality. So right and wrong is a duality created by the thought process, the human mind. So when duality arises, it means right according to who? The individual. So when you try to be right without such understanding, you will get yourself entangled and become miserable over it. Because when you are right, the other person is wrong. Understand? Because the two cannot agree. So why must you insist that you are right? It's just a difference in opinion, understand? A difference in outlook, the way you see things. You may have your conditioning, your belief system, your way to justify what you see. That's why to you is right. So it's just a conventional reality, right according to you. But when I understand that, I don't argue with you. I don't try to prove you wrong. No point. Because your life, you decide, you live. But when there is condition to explain or to advise somebody so that they can develop the understanding, that is different. Then we try our very best basing on our understanding to explain. Then if there is no condition, if that person is very rigid or very conditioned by what he believes or she believes in, then just let things be. No point. Like the video about the tiger and the donkey. So you just have to have the understanding. No point arguing with a person that is deluded and heedless. Yes, this is wasting time. So patient endurance is understanding behind. When you have the understanding behind, You can be at peace with all situations. If they want to be right, let them be right. Say thank you. You didn't lie because it's right according to them, not according to your understanding. So ability to accept is wisdom. When you can accept the way things are, means people are just the way they are. The world is the world. Conditions are that, things be like that. It cannot be otherwise. Within that moment, that reality, everything is already set, fixed. It cannot be otherwise. So if you have the wisdom and the understanding, you can come to terms with those reality. Then you can be at peace. Then you can patiently with wisdom endure such, whether it's a humiliation or whatever, it's the words, understand or Sangarani chang, Sangara dukkam, Dhamma natta. So when you have such understanding, you just smile. You can even thank people. Thank you for letting me know. So all these are skillful means via wisdom for you to resolve things amicably. Resolving things and issue amicably without having to go through right and wrong is very important. Without having to stir a situation or a condition so that there is misunderstanding, argument, and conflict. That's why war come to be. It's because of difference in ideology, opinions. And people get angry over what? Trivial things, deluded things. They're heedless thinking mind, the mundane mind, clinging onto their views, opinion, belief system, and conditioning. That's how living being, sentient being get into trouble, gets into unnecessary suffering or conflict via argument. So all this apply to all situations, even between married couple, spouse. If you are not careful, you can get into argument. Where you tend to take things for granted. Then you don't know how to establish good relationship, harmony. You don't know how to apply noble eightfold path. Right view, which is wisdom, leading to right thought, right speech, right action, and right mindfulness. And also the four right effort to constantly improve ourselves, purify ourselves. Then after that, you develop the way to live your life in accordance with the Dhamma way. So right livelihood or right living will follow. Then after that, sati, samasati will lead to samadhi. With sati and samadhi, you are in a meditative state. Then you can see things as they are. You can insight into phenomena. You can awaken to the three universal characteristics. Then you will become enlightened. And that's how you cultivate. So cultivation is very simple when you understand. What you need is awareness leading to heedfulness, or mindfulness leading to heedfulness. To be heedful, you have to be ever mindful, constantly meditating, following Dhammapada verse 23, as proclaimed by Lord Buddha. Okay, hopefully with this, people can have deeper understanding of that third paramita, which is patient, Khanti.